Trump Georgia case hearing on motion to disqualify Fani Willis continues. The legal saga surrounding former President Donald Trump and the investigation into his actions in Georgia during the 2020 election has taken another dramatic turn as a hearing on the motion to disqualify Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis from the case continues. The case has captured national attention as it delves into allegations of election fraud and potential criminal wrongdoing by Trump and his associates. The motion to disqualify Willis was filed by Trump's legal team, who argue that she has a conflict of interest in the case due to her previous statements about the former president and her close ties to political opponents. The hearing on the motion began on Monday and is expected to continue for several days as both sides present their arguments to the court. Willis, who was elected as Fulton County District Attorney in 2020, has been leading the investigation into Trump's efforts to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia. The investigation has focused on a phone call between Trump and Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, in which the former president pressured Raffensperger to find enough votes to overturn the election results in the state. The call was widely criticized as an attempt to interfere with the election results and has been at the center of the investigation into Trump's actions in Georgia. Trump's legal team has argued that Willis has a bias against the former president and cannot be trusted to conduct a fair and impartial investigation. They have pointed to Willis's past statements criticizing Trump and her close ties to Democratic politicians in Georgia as evidence of her bias. In response, Willis has defended her impartiality in the case, stating that she is committed to upholding the law and pursuing justice regardless of the political affiliations of the individuals involved. She has also argued that Trump's legal team is attempting to distract from the serious allegations of election fraud and criminal wrongdoing that have been raised in the investigation. The hearing on the motion to disqualify Willis has been contentious, with both sides presenting passionate arguments to the court. Trump's legal team has called for Willis to recuse herself from the case, while Willis has pushed back against the allegations of bias and insisted that she is capable of conducting a fair investigation. The outcome of the hearing could have significant implications for the investigation into Trump's actions in Georgia and the broader legal challenges facing the former president. If Willis is disqualified from the case, it could delay or derail the investigation, potentially allowing Trump and his associates to avoid accountability for their actions. On the other hand, if the court rules in favor of Willis and allows her to continue leading the investigation, it could pave the way for a thorough examination of the allegations of election fraud and criminal wrongdoing in Georgia. The investigation could ultimately lead to charges being filed against Trump or his associates, potentially resulting in legal consequences for the former president. As the hearing on the motion to disqualify Willis continues, all eyes are on the court as it weighs the arguments presented by both sides. The outcome of the case could have far-reaching implications for the investigation into Trump's actions in Georgia and the broader legal challenges facing the former president. Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear: the legal battle surrounding Trump and the 2020 election is far from over. The hearing on the motion to disqualify Willis has also brought to light the broader issues surrounding the investigation into Trump's actions in Georgia. The case has sparked a debate about the role of prosecutors in pursuing high-profile cases and the importance of maintaining impartiality and fairness in the legal system. Critics of Trump have argued that the former president should be held accountable for his actions in Georgia and that the investigation should proceed without interference or bias. Supporters of Trump, on the other hand, have accused Willis of conducting a politically motivated witch hunt and have called for her to be removed from the case. The hearing on the motion to disqualify Willis is just the latest chapter in the ongoing legal battles facing Trump and his associates. The former president is also facing multiple lawsuits and investigations related to his actions during his time in office, including the January 6th insurrection at the Capitol and his attempts to overturn the results of the 2020 election. The outcome of the hearing could have significant implications for these other legal challenges, as well as for Trump's political future. As the hearing continues, legal experts and political analysts are closely watching the proceedings and speculating on the potential implications of the case. Some believe that the outcome of the hearing could set a precedent for how prosecutors handle high-profile cases involving public figures, while others argue that the case is a politically motivated attempt to discredit Trump and his supporters. Regardless of the outcome, one thing is certain: the legal battle surrounding Trump in the 2020 election is far from over, and the hearing on the motion to disqualify Willis is just the latest chapter in this ongoing saga.